also set up your password and how to enrol in classes in MyHub. So, so hopefully some of you might have already done some of this, but if you haven't, this is just a quick overview to show you what you need to do. And then you can do it at home if you want, or you can come on campus if you think you're going to need some help with it tomorrow or before trimester starts on Monday. So the first thing you have to do, oh, just another reminder, we'll also send you an email tomorrow with all this information in it. So don't worry if you can't write the address down or anything, you'll be able to get to it tomorrow. So to activate your student account, you have to go to this activation page and type in your student number, date of birth, program code. So the program code is actually on your program plan. I don't have one here, but the one that says which courses you need to enrol in, it actually has your program code on there. But if you're not sure, just ask. Your offer letter usually has the program code as well. And then you have to accept the terms and conditions. So take time to read them. You want to know what you're signing up to, I guess. But that's pretty straightforward. And then it'll ask you to set up a password. So it's one of, you might already have one that you use, but it's one of those passwords that have to have a capital letter, a lowercase letter, a number, a character. Has to be at least 8 characters long. They've got all these rules. So try and set one up. I know it can be hard, but try and set one up that you'll remember, because you're going to be using it a lot. So that's the password. So once you've set that, it'll say, as long as you've put a password that meets all those criteria, that your account activation is complete. So once you've made that password, that is the same password you use to log into a computer when you come into the Student Hub. You put your student number with the little C at the front. That's your username. So your username is your student number with the little C at the front, and your password will be whatever password you've just made. And so whenever you log into a computer, into the MyUON portal, anything like that, that's the same password you will use. Blackboard, everything. You can reset your password though if you forget it. There are ways to do that, so you know, it's never the end of the world, but you want to try and make one you can remember. So I think Megan showed you the MyUON portal, but again, the username is a little C with your student number, and you've just made your password, so you should be able to log in. Once you log in, there's a link to MyHub, which is a navy blue box. So MyHub is kind of like the administrative system, I guess. So that's where any bills for your courses will be in there. That's where you enrol in subjects. That's where you fill out the fee help ECAF form if you're a domestic student and want to defer your fees through the tax office. Yeah? Yeah.
With that ECAF thing, is that a one-time filler outer, or is that every trimester?
No, just one. So one at the start. Unless the only time you'd have to do it again is if you change to a different program. So if you change masters or something like that, you have to do a new one for each program. But yeah, once you do it at the start, it sets it up for the whole thing. So that's good. Right, so when you go into MyHub, you've logged in. Hopefully everything's going nice and smoothly so far. You do have to do these, go through this to-do list. It's basically just checking that we have the right contact details for you and that, you know, we have the right information in there. So most of the time it will be correct, and it'll be very easy. You just view it, say yes, it's correct, and continue. So you only have to do that once as well at the start. So it shouldn't take too long. So I don't know if this video is going to work, but this actually shows you what the enrolment process is like. So I'll just run through it. Again, don't worry if you don't remember it. It's just so that you can kind of know what to expect when you try and enrol. I'll probably just talk over the top of it. Again, you can always get help in any of the student hubs or any of the places we've been telling you about. So I'll try not to jump ahead of it, I might confuse you. But basically, this is saying you need your program plan so that you know what you're going to enrol in. This is just logging in through MyUON. Again, student number and the password you've made. And then clicking on the My Hub. So in that Launchpad, there's all different services that you might need to access. So this is what My Hub looks like. It's not exactly a pretty system, but it's just the admin side of stuff, I guess. So My Schedule and Enrolment is what they just clicked on. And then you have to select the term, which for you will just be trimester 3. I don't know if it'll give you a choice. So enrolling, I kind of explain it, it's a bit like online shopping. So you've got to search for your course and then add it to your shopping cart and enrol. So when you're searching for a course, you've actually got to search for the course code, which is that GSBS and the numbers that come after it, 6001. So it is a little bit small up there, but it's asking for a course subject, which is GSBS. The number 6001 is pretty self-explanatory. And then you search the course code, and that's when it should come up with the right course for you. So you select the course, and some courses have lectures and tutorials or workshops, so it'll ask you to select everything you need to for that particular subject. Most of the business courses have a lecture and a tutorial, most of them. This has been set up on an undergraduate course which has a few different components. So yeah, once you've selected it, you just keep clicking the next button at the bottom, and that sort of adds it to, I think they actually call it a shopping cart. So a lot of students, they put it in the shopping cart and they think they've finished enrolling. Oh, so that's this bit here. But you haven't actually enrolled in it yet. You've just sort of selected the course. So that's why it's saying you've got to finish enrolling, which if you just follow the green buttons pretty much as you go through. And if you get a green tick at the end, that means it's worked, which is good. The only time you get a cross is if the class is full or it clashes with another class you've picked or something like that. So that doesn't usually happen. And then just in My Hub, it's showing you where the weekly schedule is. So that's a timetable of when all the classes that you've enrolled in are. So if you've forgotten to write it down, you'll be able to see it there later. And that updates each week. So if for some reason you don't have a lecture one week, that will update so that it's not showing there. Sure. Yeah, I haven't actually used that before, so I'm not sure how well it works. I think it's relatively new, but yeah. Yeah, and again, if you need a hand with anything, there's always plenty of us around to help you enrol. It does get easier. It's just the first time in a new system. Might feel a bit tricky, a bit uneasy, but it's the same every trimester after that. And at the start of the year, actually, so the timetable for next year, for 2017, will be on the website from the 1st of October. So you'll be able to see which trimesters each subjects will be available and where. So if you want to use that to help you plan. And then when enrolment's open for next year, which will be early December at the latest, usually end of November, early December, for next year they open up for the whole year. So you can enrol for the whole year at the start of the year if you want to. Get it all done at the start. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. It's it can look a bit scary, but yeah, like I said, it gets easier. And there's always people to help who've done it 1,000 times, so you'll be alright.